Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to read a story from A Bouquet of Flowers, the recently released book by Niti Sharma. This is a story I have taken and I will read to you and you can guess how the book will be. Very beautiful story. The story begins. The gulmohar tree stood beside the road, shading their home. As people walked past it, they fondly referred to their house as a gulmohar house. During their school days, Ronald and Donald would often spend hours sitting under the tree engaged in deep conversation. As they entered college, they began writing poetry underneath the branches. Having lost their mother at a young age, the brothers had developed a special connection with the tree, associating with their mother's presence as she would often spend hours under its shade. As time went on, Ronald and Donald got married and had children, all of whom lived together in the same house. However, their wives didn't share the same attachment to the tree and could not comprehend their husband's deep bond with it. They complained, claiming that the tree invited insects into their home. The brothers tried to explain the profound relationship they had with the tree, but their wives failed to understand that. In their husband's absence, they even hired workers to cut down the tree. When Ronald and Donald returned home, they were heartbroken to discover this act. Suddenly, they felt orphaned, grieving the loss of their mother's beloved tree. They didn't speak to their wives for months. Witnessing their father's anguish, one day their sons gifted them a small gulmohar plant from a nearby nursery. Donald and Ronald were filled with joy as if they had been reunited with the old tree. They carefully planted the sapling in the same spot where the old tree once stood and tended to it with great care. Like their father, the sons began sitting near the tree, having deep conversation about their lives. When Ronald and Donald saw their sons continuing the tradition, old memories sprouted anew as if old times had returned to their lives. Their wives came to realize that a man always carries a childlike spirit in his heart and cannot forget his roots.